6 minutes past the hour. Welcome to International Caravan with your captain, DDZ, produced by Virginia Freeman. Our special guest in the studio today. I'm lucky I've got a guest in the studio. Actually, I'm talking to someone. I was talking to the wind normally. He's a producer, he's a guitarist, he's a singer, a promoter. He's done everything, this fella, but I won't tell you too much about it. I'll let him tell you. In the meantime, let's have a listen to one of his composition, production, and his performance.
By nobody else but me. When I hold you close, you'll see. Don't ever leave me all alone, 'cause I need you. My heart belongs to only, my heart belongs to only, my heart belongs to only you.
From the album 1,000 Miles, My Heart Belongs, produced, recorded, and sung by Mr. Joe Mandica. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much for having me here today.
Nice to have you here.
Yeah.
What a great song. And why do you call an album 1,000 Miles?
1,000 miles. Well, over the years, you track, as a musician, you track many miles. You do 1,000 gigs, you do 1,000, you meet 1,000 people. So basically, everything was like you'd run 1,000 miles to get to where you got to get to.
So you keep a record how much you travel?
Well, I don't keep a logbook, but
well, you should to save you on your petrol, don't you? Don't you keep a log for your petrol?
Well, of course you have to, yeah, for tax purposes.
You've got to charge it. I mean, you've got to charge someone to give you some money back.
Yeah, exactly.
What a good little track. What inspires this album?
This album here, many years ago when I was working with fellow musicians, when CDs started coming out, everybody was making CDs. Even people that shouldn't have been made CDs.
We play some of them.
And they said, when are you going to put a CD out? And I said, well, who's going to buy it? And I said, well, you know...
Well, your parents, number one.
Exactly, your next door neighbour. You find somebody.
If you've got a big family, it's okay.
So I said, why not try? So we did a couple of tracks, and we said, if they turn out all right, we'll try and do an album. And they got a good sound, different sound. And then we tried to have all original songs. A few colleague friends of mine came to play on the album, which was very nice of them. And we put it out.
So you've got 10 original songs?
10 original songs, yeah.
And you wrote the lyrics for 9 of them?
I wrote the lyrics for, all of them. One is co-written, yeah.
That's the one we just played.
That's right, with Greg Heenan, yeah.
What does Greg Heenan do?
Well, Greg Heenan is, since he's deceased now, but when I played with him years ago in a band called The Secrets, he was a bass player. And I was just starting to write. I didn't know much about writing music, and I wrote the first part of the song, and he said to me, you need a middle bridge. I didn't know what are you talking about, what bridge? He said, the bridge.
Sydney Harbour
Bridge. He said, the part that's going to connect the song back is going to go somewhere else and connect it back to and he wrote the bridge, and that's how we collaborated. The only song we ever collaborated together on. We were only a short time in the band together, but good song, yeah.
The next song we're playing, what is a locomotion, Look Into My Eyes.
Yeah.
What's the bridge in that?
I had to write my own bridge in that.
I believe in love. I believe that dreams can come true. You don't have to understand it. You know you can't demand it till it's real. Till it's real. I believe in you. I believe that we can be two. I know I can't demand it, but you gotta understand the way I feel. The way I feel. When you're standing in the corner, try not to look into my eyes again. Don't you know it's then I realize it's you, and no one else will do for me. Can't you see? What's your name? I wanna call it, and make you look into my eyes again. Don't you know there's nothing to disguise with you, 'cause no one else will do for me. Can't you see?
Axiom playing on Arkansas grass. Actually, Arkansas grass, I think, be different than the one in Flemington.
Yeah, a little bit different.
Longer.
Not as green.
Not as green. They're more yellow. It's his birthday, by the way, is it? You tell me?
Yeah, Glenn Shorrock, 73 today.
Oh, you shouldn't say that on there.
All right then, Glenn Shorrock, happy birthday.
He's 37 today.
Yeah.
If you reverse it around, you know, it makes
Sounds
more
good.
sense.
He'll be happy.
He's had a good career, hasn't he?
Long career.
Right? Have you ever been a fan of his?
I like his Twilights and work. He said Needle in a Haystack was good.
The good one.
Kathy Come Home, 950.
Yeah. And then, of course,
LRB was big.
Right, success.
And that was, where was that? That was Axiom, I think.
Axiom.
Yeah.
With Caddies. Caddy would have been in that one. No, is it, as you said, is that a good career?
Yeah.
Well, yours hasn't been too bad. You done a bit of work. You've recorded a few things.
We've done a lot.
Play one more from your track. What's the album called again?
1,000 Miles.
Sometimes there are no words to say. I ask why things turned out this way. Some days I feel so blue, then I think of you. I just can't wait to hold you. I just can't wait to see your smile every day. I miss you. For you I'd run 1,000 miles. I just can't wait to hug you. I just can't wait to see your face. Deep in my heart, I love you. No one will ever take your place. I know you're so far away. I miss you every day, because our love will never fade away.
Very, very Nashville sound on that one, Joe.
Yeah, I like Nashville.
How did that come about?
Oh, just listening to country music all the time. You know, in Australia, we hear everything. So,
But something happened on AW, you told me.
yeah. Early morning shift. The fella played one of my songs, and a gentleman rang up and said, "I want."
That's called payola, isn't it?
No, they paid me actually.
Wow.
a royalty.
Wow.
I haven't received many of those,
I
but
thought you would have retired by now.
I could have. I think 75 cents. I think they sent me. Yeah. Anyway,
Cost you more for the stamp.
yeah. A fella rang up and said, "What's the name of the song? It sounds American to me." He said, "No, he's a local fella," and he said, "Can't be." And he said, "Well, he's a local." He came and found me. I was playing at the Casa de Brutzel Club in Epping, and he walked up to me and said, "Hey, I'm the one that rang up 3AW, bought your CD."
Wow.
He said, "Because I thought you were from Nashville."
So then he sold you the CD back to you.
No.
When you told him I'm from Melbourne, so I want my money back.
Yeah.
No
No
price.
refunds.
No
No
refunds.
refunds.
No refunds. Let's keep going. What's the album called again? 1,000 Miles.
Yes.
It's like a taxi driver.
This time I really think it's over. This time I think we've gone too far. You did not keep the love I gave you, the love that I had made for you, straight from my heart. Hate to say our dream is over. I can't believe it fell apart. To this day, I don't know why you didn't want to try to make a brand new start. If I could only make you see I'm not the one who used to hurt you every day. If I could find a way to show this time it's gonna be for real. Take back the words that you have stolen and try to mend a broken heart. We laugh, we cry, but though you're gone, you always will remain right here inside my heart. Even though you've gone, you always will here inside my heart.
Because I'm free, nothing's worrying me.
Raindrops keep falling on my head, and that's not a Johnny Farnham original song.
Well, it was a hit for him, wasn't it?
Locally,
Locally, yeah. But originally from B.J. Thomas.
from a movie, you see, I believe it was.
Well, Paul Newman. I can't
Paul
think of the
Newman,
name of the
right.
movie.
Mind you, it was Johnny Farnham.
Johnny Farnham, yeah.
I've met John Farnham many times, but
Yeah.
I'm yet to meet John
John-
Farnham. I never met John Farnham.
No, really?
But I know Johnny Farnham very well.
Okay.
Why would you change your name?
Oh, it's like Ricky Nelson and Rick Nelson. Same guy.
But yeah, Johnny O'Keefe was always Johnny O'Keefe.
True.
You know, Johnny's a pretty good nickname for a singer.
Maybe Johnny O'Keefe never grew up. I don't know.
Well, probably didn't. Farnham did. Back to your recording here of 1,000 Miles, looking for a girl. That's
Yeah.
everybody's problem.
Yeah, that certainly is, yeah.
Did you find a solution?
Well, when you find it, then the solution's solved.
Let's listen to it.
Okay.
Looking for a girl in this whole wide world. Looking here and looking there, but I can't seem to find a girl. Looking for a girl. Looking for a girl. Looking for a girl. Looking for a
Age of consent, the right to say yes, the right to say no. Age of consent, now you're a woman, girl has to go. Age of consent, the right to say yes, the right to say no. Age of consent.
Mr. Bonnie Burns, The Age of Consent, for the movie of the same name, Joe, and starring Mr. James Mason.
Right, right.
Was a good little actor, wasn't he?
He
James
was,
Mason.
Yeah, very British.
I'll tell you a little story. Remember Blood, Sweat and Tears?
Yep.
The lead singer of Blood, Sweat and Tears, Clayton Thomas,
Right.
which I've met him several times, he was going out with the daughter of James Mason.
Really?
Yeah, but he didn't like it.
Who James Mason didn't like
He
it.
didn't like it at all. Two reasons. Doesn't like Americans or black.
Oh, right.
So it didn't work. In this case, and he, of course, he's Canadian, I think, Clayton Thomas, but lives in America kind of
Okay,
thing.
yep.
Did you like Ronnie Burns when you were younger years?
I like Ronnie Burns, yeah.
He was a good little performer.
Yeah, and is he still performing? Or?
Well, he went to Tasmania
Yeah.
because he was waiting for the big tsunami wave to arrive,
Yeah.
which never did.
Never happened, yeah.
So now he's come back to Melbourne. He's
all
okay.
safe, yeah.
Come back to St Kilda Beach where he came from in the first place.
Good.
He's back. But
He was good mates with Molly Meldrum.
well, Molly was.
he was in that movie.
Was
Like-
an influence? Yeah, was an influence in his career for sure. At one stage, I believe Molly Meldrum lived in his house.
Yeah, that TV show they
Shed-
made, they had
yeah.
he was actually portrayed in
He
that.
was living, good friend of his mother, whatever. Yeah, that was part of that. 20 minutes to the hour. Joe, we're going to change, take your hat off now, being a performer and a singer, to an initiative, which is the latest album you've produced.
That's
correct?
right, yeah.
And you're producing other artists.
Yeah, I am. It's a great experience to you do your own work is nice, but when you produce somebody else, it's really exciting.
So what do you do when you go in the studio and you've got an artist? How do you start producing? What do you say to them?
Well, firstly, we have a chat about the song, what it means to me, but most of all is what it means to them, how they're going to interpret it, because the way they interpret it is the way the listener's going to pick it up. So basically, trying to put them in the right frame of mind, and then see what you come up with. And it's amazing. The voice can sound nice, and then all of a sudden it goes from one thing to a leap, to something else, and even they surprise themselves.
Grace Marino, tell me about Grace Marino.
Grace Marino's a local singer. She works in the Keilor Village at a Ferguson cake shop. And
That's a nice cake
it's
shop.
a
I've
nice,
heard of that,
yeah,
yes.
yeah. They were running the cake shop. She'd heard of me and as a musician, and she wanted to find out if she could work with me. She asked me, any chance I could sing one of my songs, and I said to her, "How long you been singing?" Which wasn't very long at the time, but she's got a dynamic voice. So let's give her a go. We put her in the studio, and everybody in the room. I remember in the studio there was about 7 or 8 people. When she finished singing the song, total silence. Everybody was floored. Just amazing, this voice.
Which studio did you use to record this?
Recorded Toyland Recording Studio in Northcote.
They've been around for a while, haven't they?
Been around for a long time. Yeah.
The song is called Survive. Is it a cover version?
No, it's an original song.
An original song. And who wrote it? Herself?
I wrote it.
Your song, and she sings it?
Yeah.
Won't you try to make our love survive?
Grace Marino, Survive. Nil production, good singer.
Yeah, great singer.
What is she doing today?
Not singing.
She's still making cakes.
Yeah.
Nino Bisignano, that's a good Irish name.
Yeah. He's one of my good friends, Nino Bisignano, yeah.
Yes, and tell me about Nino.
I'll tell you about Nino. Nino's a fella that came up to my gigs and he'd get up and do a Dean Martin song or a Frank Sinatra song. And this guy got a good voice, so he used to do this regularly. I said to him, "Why don't you sing an original song?" He said, "I've never done that before." He's not a professional singer. He's in the building industry by trade. But when you hear him...
So he'd be good in building bridges.
Oh, absolutely. We could use him there.
You could use him
Yeah.
there.
And he sounds great. He sounds very relaxed.
Nino.
She won't talk to me. She won't walk with me. She won't laugh with me. She won't smile for me. And it's so sad, 'cause you're not with me anymore. 'Cause you're not with me
Nino Bisignano, correct?
Bisignano.
That's what I would say. Way west. Nice little sound, like a bit of a swinger. Isn't
No,
it?
he's a swing, yeah.
It could be Bobby Darin or
Could be Bobby Darin.
one of them. Could be.
Yeah.
Got a musical coming
I'll
out.
tell him you said
But
that. He'll-
where's a Bobby Darin musical? Should be an audition for that one.
Yeah.
Instead of using, what's his name, Son.
Well, yeah.
What's your name, Son? Joe, thank you for sharing an afternoon with
You're
us.
welcome. Thanks for having me here today.
It was fantastic. We enjoyed. We'll keep playing your records. You've got some
Thank
good
you.
music to play. Keep us posted where you work. Where's your next gig?
My next gig is actually on Sunday afternoon at the Escadvale Hotel.
That's the one on the corner.
On the
there.
corner. It's been there 130 years, believe it or not.
Would you believe 129 years ago I went a talent quest there?
Yeah, I believe that.
It's a long time ago. It's a nice pub. See a nice pub at the back there.
Well, yeah, it's nice.
It's a nice little pub on
Oh,
that one there.
Yeah, one of the
So
originals.
keep us posted. Let
Will do.
Virginia know where you're working.
Okay.
Let people know and try to sell a few more records.
Great, thank you for that.
Where do you buy your music, by the way?
These are all available on iTunes and Amazon online, or you can go to my website to purchase a physical copy.
And your website is?
Yeah, joemandica.com.
That's all.
That's all.
That's quite easy. Joe, spell Mandica for me.
Mandica.
And Joe, of course, we all know.
Just on my name.
J-O-E.
Google it. Yeah.
And Google, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you again
Thank
for
you,
your
Dwayne.
time.
Thank you,
Tell me
Captain.
about the song I'm going to play while you're walking out. Sometimes.
Sometimes the closing track on the album 1,000 Miles. It's a love song.
That's it.
That's it.
Thank you, Joe.
Thank you.
Sometimes I feel like crying. Sometimes I feel like dying. 'Cause I'm in love with you. What can I do?
And almost ending. Fantastic. What a song, what a track, what an album, and very good. It was nice to have Joe Mandica in the studio. Talented young man. He's been going around for 1,000 miles. Maybe it should be entitled 2,000 miles, the album. Did quite well. Last track, Sometime. if we're going to see him live, I suppose this Sunday afternoon at the Ascot Vale Hotel, pop out, say hello to Joe and say, we heard you on WynFM. And he'll give you a free CD maybe. No, don't do that. He might get upset with me. But keep posted. When you see Joe Mandica perform anyway, I think it's value for your money. 9 minutes to the hour.